and named for the second year running as PFA Young Player of the Year. Probably the most talked about player in the country. Mark Robins up against his old teammates here. Will he put a nail in United's title hopes? It's the single most important fixture left in the Premier League calendar. United in their red strip, getting us underway, attacking the river end here. United, who've stuttered of late, are they haunted by their late season collapse of last year? Can they get back on tracks? But Norwich starting fast. Here's Phillips for them. Jeremy Goss. And away by Pallister. The first, I'm sure, of many headers for him. Culverhouse giving it away. Bound to be a bit of anxiety, tension and nerves. The players know how crucial this is. Cantona. Kanchelskis gets his first touch. His speed enables him to keep it in. A lot of red shirts in the middle for him if he can get the cross in. He can't because Mark Bowen does so well.
And he needed to. One against one situation there. He fancied the pace of Kanchelskis, but that was excellent defending from Mark Bowen. But it started exactly the way we thought. Frantic, pacey. You can hardly put your foot on it when somebody's firing a tackle in. But believe me, it will settle down.
Bruce getting it away. Here's Gary Nixon. What a season he's been having at Norwich after being a free transfer from Manchester City. Robins back to Nixon again. This is aimed towards Goss. Sharp in very quickly. And Culverhouse with the challenge. Ferocious pace, as you'd expect, in the opening seconds. Nice little 1-2. Irwin, Cantona, can he find McClare? The gap rather closed up. Norwich, who've won 4 of their last 5 and kept 4 clean sheets in the process. Their home record is pretty awesome. Just the 1 defeat here at Carrow Road in the Premier League. Pallister cutting that one out. Here's Irwin. Now Sharp. Cantona. Sharp again. And Sharp crowded out there.
I don't think there's any danger. This is a free kick, is it? 4 against 1. Easy decision for the referee.
Pallister lining up the free kick for Manchester United. Bruce is up there, and Sutton it was who got his head to it, but he concedes the corner. United with just 3 points from the last 12. They've got to get things right and fast. Giggs takes it short to Kanchelskis, who wasn't picked up. Too long for Cantona.
I think that's an area, though, that Manchester United may have paid particular attention to. Norwich aren't the biggest side in the world at all. And I think with the height advantage that Manchester United should possess, when you look at Cantona and McClare, the 2 centre-backs, they've got quite a bit of height on their side.
Really tremendous noise reverberating around Carrow Road. The place, needless to say, absolutely sold out, and it was 2.5 weeks ago. Ince, who's had this outstanding season for United, to Giggs. Good one-touch stuff. Kanchelskis looking to attack the Norwich defence. Here's Sutton. And that'll be Norwich's free kick.
That little piece of action, Ian, that you saw David Phillips there helping his full-back Mark Bowen. That's what the wide players at Norwich do as well as anyone in the country. It's a thankless job at times because they don't get any credit for it, but the 2 wide men at Norwich are very good at helping their full-backs. And with Kanchelskis and Sharp wide for Manchester United, they'll need to do it quite a bit tonight.
Remember, the stakes so high, Norwich can go 5 points clear of United if they win, but United will go a point ahead of Norwich if they should win. And United with the game in hand. Bruce getting this one away. Here's Nixon. Phillips, not long towards Robins here. Down he goes, no question that was not a penalty, I think, Andy.
Yeah, Gary Parker didn't seem to do much except just get his body in the way of the ball. Steve Bruce gets a little bit confused there. When he could say, people might say he's leaning a little bit, but to me he's just shepherding it back to the goalkeeper. Just a little bit of indecision from his defensive partner.
Crook, who does so much to make Norwich tick. Good little ball from him to find Goss. Robbins has made the diagonal run. Steve Bruce, former Norwich player, of course, made 180 appearances for them and was in their League Cup winning side in 1985. Sentiment will be put aside tonight, you can rest assured. Parker making a bit of a meal of that and letting in Phillips. Does that stay in play? It doesn't. United have had a very tough March, with fixtures away to Liverpool and Manchester City, and the big game with Villa included. They've come through that unscathed and still in touch, but with a bit of work to do to get back in touch with Villa, who are now 4 points ahead of them. You've got to start winning again, Andy.
Yes, they have. I mean, I don't think tonight it's absolutely essential that they win the game, Ian, but for their own confidence and their own self-belief, I think that's the most important reason why they really want to win tonight. If that run suddenly goes to 5 games, then perhaps the doubts that I don't think are there at the moment, but perhaps after this, they might well be.
Pallister, kick long and diagonally, hoping Giggs could make something of it, but Polston, who was the goal-scoring hero against Villa 12 days ago, gets it away on that famous day when his wife gave birth to a son, Jordan.
Yeah, but it's his defensive duties in recent games that his manager has been more pleased about. As you said, 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games or so. That's great defending.
Fox, lovely chest control from the Norwich boys there. Fox again now. Lots of pace, lots of trickery. Phillips is wide, Robbins down the centre. And still Robbins, and that's a Norwich free kick in the most dangerous of positions.
That was a lovely, typical Norwich move. From their own 18-yard line, the ball didn't rise above the grass. Lovely passing movement. Good little runs there, and you see Steve Bruce just desperately to do nothing but just stick his leg out and bring out Mark Robbins.
Crook's already shown us this season what he can do from here against Nottingham Forest early on. Has the ability to bend them over the wall and into the roof of the net.
Well, what he'll be anxious to do is to get them 10 yards back. It's a bit nearer than against Nottingham Forest, so you'll want the wall as far back as possible so he can manoeuvre the ball.
Phillips is there as well. It's Crook who takes it.
Yeah, that's the problem, Ian, when it gets a little bit closer to the 18-yard line. You can get it up all right, but it's getting it down again quickly. You can imagine this is 4 or 5 yards further out, and it might well have troubled Peter Schmeichel. You see what he's trying to do. He's looking for that right-hand corner. Not quite accurate enough.
They don't call him Chippy for nothing, do they? Had a spell-out injury in Crook, and Norwich didn't go quite so well when he wasn't there in the engine room. Here's Brian McClare. Too long for Cantona. Well, I doubt they've had an atmosphere like this at Norwich these past few days with the Villa fixture, now this one, since going back to that famous 1959 Cup run when they were a 3rd division side, and among their victims were Manchester United. Nixon incurring the wrath of the referee.
It does seem a little bit harsh, but I think the referee's anxious now. I think the 1 or 2 tackles that have flown in, dirty tackles, nothing sinister about any of them, but I think the referee's probably just reminding everyone else he's in charge, so let's get on with playing the game.
Only the 20th booking of the season for Norwich. Ross scramble for the ball, comes out to Ince, and for once he doesn't win a tackle. Hasn't happened many times this season. Phillips into towards Goss. Foot making a run through, and here's Royal Fox. There's a real bubbliness about Norwich in these opening stages. Goss pulling it back, and Fox with the header.
Again, it's good movement that creates the opportunity. Front two, small it may be, but they've got good mobility and good movement. Goss takes a first-time cross, and nothing Manchester United defenders can do about that, but he can't quite direct his header, Royal Fox.
Colston's header is only backwards to Giggs. Keeping a close watch on him. Irwin in towards Cantona. Giggs leaving it for Irwin. Sharp can't find room for the cross, but United will still hope to engineer something down this left-hand side. Cantona. Chauskis was in there. And away in the end by the industrious Phillips. Only back to Parker though. Here's Irwin. Good little cushioned layoff to Cantona. Lovely 1-2. Good stuff that from United. Important interception from Bowen, but back in again, and Cantona closing in.
Yeah, that's only a yard away from Eric Cantona. Best bit of pressure they've had from Manchester United. Just watch as it drops down. It's just a yard too far in front of the Frenchman.
Cantona has it again. He's so strong on the ball. Ince was forward of him, and he's still got it as well. He's sharp.
Well, we talk about Cantona's flair and ability, but it was his determination and strength in the tackle that was important here. You see, he tries a little bit of skill, but it's here when he shows tremendous determination that wins him the ball. And Lee Sharp's every right to take the shot on.
Eric Cantona, who was only 11 and a half months old the last time Manchester United won the title, and then I think ooh-ah was about all he could say. Here's Goss. Colston getting it away. Crook. Norwich looking to build up in those familiar little triangles, so beloved of them. Culverhouse long, aimed towards Fox. Schmeichel is there. Sharp, that's nice from him. Cantona. And it's measured, the flag stays down, here's Giggs. Still Giggs, it's going to be a United goal, and Ryan Giggs puts Manchester United into the lead.
Well, the Norwich City players are furious. They're down at the linesman in this near side, asking whether Ryan Giggs was offside. It's a very tight one when this happens. Sharp and Cantona combine, and it's here, and he plays the ball through. Look at Ryan Giggs, it's not there for me. It's a number 2, I think, Ian Culverhouse, who's the key to the move. Was he level? Was he just a little bit deeper than his centre-backs? He certainly didn't think so, but when he got through, you don't expect Ryan Giggs to miss, and he didn't.
It's the 10th goal of the season for Ryan Giggs, and everything he touches is turning to gold at the moment. If there'd been a Grand National winner on Saturday, I bet he'd have backed that as well. Nixon. That might have stunned Norwich, and this time Robbins is offside at the other end. Well, Mark Robbins, this time last year, he was at Old Trafford, and well, he'll feel just as shocked and stunned as all the Norwich boys about that. 10th goal of the season, as I said, for Ryan Giggs, who's had a tremendous fortnight or so.
We should have expected him to score when Paul McGrath won the game for Aston Villa yesterday. We surely should have expected Ryan Giggs to score tonight.
And Norwich now have the job, of course, Andy, of puncturing the meanest defence in the Premier League, on paper anyway. Culverhouse. towards Fox. Big test for Norwich now. Cantona nearly finding a way through again. Ince charging in there. Robbins. Pallister getting it forward. And there's a flag up in the middle, and I think it was good.
It's amazing, he's given offside and a ball that went nowhere near the front. It must have been 20 yards away from the furthest man up the pitch. Brian McClure's got control of it in midfield.
Holston up towards Fox, and Pallister's in very, very quickly every time the ball is played anywhere near Fox. Ince.
Eric Cantona's causing Norwich all sorts of problems at the moment. He's dropping deep into that little half-and-half position that we talk about. And Norwich not quite sure who to put into marking him. Therefore, he's getting an awful lot of time, and what's more important, an awful lot of space to utilise that wonderful vision that he's got.
If you're just on your way home from work and are just tuning in live to Carrow Road, let me tell you that Manchester United goal scored by Ryan Giggs. They lead in this absolutely key match at the top of the Premier Division. Here's Fox trying to get it in, but Pallister's there again. And away to relative safety by Schmeichel. Crook for Norwich. Phillips, not the best lay off by him. Linesman's flags up for Bruce's challenge, but Tony Ward says play on. Bowen in towards Fox again. Pallister there very, very quickly. They know just how slippery and tricky Fox can be given time to run at defences. Not the best ball by Cantona, allows Norwich to regain possession. Culverhouse. Key battle that developing between Ruel Fox and Gary Pallister.
Yeah, the way they mix themselves about, Pallister and Bruce will find that 1 minute he's marking Fox, the next minute he'll be marking Robbins.
Crook takes the corner. And Ince got there just in the nick of time, and the reflex header from Gary Nixon.
Here we can have a look at the Manchester United goal. It calls out the controversy. Here we see it from this wide angle that we have. Now watch carefully there as Eric Cantona gets the ball. And when he's played, watch the number 2. Does he drop back there? Is he the one who's causing him onside? He's the deepest Norwich player. All the hands go up. But Giggs, once he's through, there's only one outcome.
Very, very close decision. But the linesman was the one dead square with it. Now Pallister. Leclerc for United. Aimed into the path of the speedy Kanchelskis, and across goes the England under-21 international Chris Sutton. Leclerc. Kanchelskis low towards Giggs.
Well, that's a corner. Tony Ward there just... I mean, it's a corner to me. Giggs goes in near post, flicks it towards goal. I think it's John Paulson who gets the block on it. And it's got to be a corner. Good little move again from Manchester United. Watch it, he plays it, there it are, comes off Paulson quite clearly.
It was either that or an optical illusion, wasn't it, Andy? It looked a clear corner, I must say. Pallister forward for United. Here's Bowen. Robbins and Nixon trying to work the 1-2. United too wise for it. Ince. United who've won only one of their last 6 league and cup games away. That's a lovely ball from Robbins for Fox. Pulls it back for Goss. Tried the first time effort and was entitled to. Ince does well. Giggs. Leclerc, lovely movement from United, and Kanchelskis here is one-on-one. He's got Cantona square. He goes alone, and he scores. Andrei Kanchelskis, with a remarkable goal for Manchester United, really has put them into the box seat now.
Well, there was no doubt that there was not a question of offside here. Lovely silky stuff. Look at Chelskis' run. Leclerc's beautifully weighted passes. My one question mark, where was Brian Gunn? I fully expected him to be closing him down quicker than that. But apart from that, anything Ryan Giggs can do, so can Andrei Kanchelskis.
I thought the chance had gone here, Andy, when he went this wide and didn't play Cantona.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if he hadn't scored, Eric Cantona would have something not very pretty to say to him in French, I'm sure of that. But I just wondered that when the ball was playing, I was looking for Brian Gunn. Goalkeepers were out there and they must have been only 3 or 4 yards.
Look at Ince here. They've gone through again. Men in support as well. And here is Cantona, and that's 3. You can't believe this. Gunn is complaining to the linesman. He says it's offside. We have mayhem here, but Manchester United, incredibly, are 3-0 up, and Alex Ferguson is the calmest man in Carrow Road.
I bet he's not underneath. This must be beyond his wildest dreams. But what a magnificent driving run from Paul Ince. Just look at that. The Norwich City centre of the defence opens wide. Now it's here they're complaining. And it's not the forward pass we should be concerned about. It's whether Eric Cantona is in front of Paul Ince or whether he's level or behind him. You can't tell from that angle. But what a dream start from Manchester United.
And you've got to say it, they've played some sumptuous football going forward. They really have turned on the class and style here in the most emphatic fashion. Mike Walker, like everyone else, supporting Norwich, playing for Norwich, on the staff of Norwich, absolutely shell-shocked by all of this. Look at that, only 21 minutes and 50 seconds gone. 3-0 United.
And they've now got against the tightest defence in the Premier League. You just see there Brian Gunn absolutely incensed with the linesman on this near side.
Well, the linesman in question is Mike Bullivant, and he really is taking some stick from the Norwich players, but I think it has to be said too, Norwich's defence down the centre has looked a shade soft-centred. On this night anyway. Polston gets there. Cantona for a rampant Manchester United. Irwin to Ince. The pace and movement of United's football has been quite stunning. Irwin. Inside again to Giggs. Well, United here so far giving the most eloquent answer to all those people who said that they were bottling it again in the championship race. Real Fox. Norwich now badly needing a goal to give them back some self-confidence and belief and give them something to bite at here. Here's Culverhouse. Leclerc to Cantona. And Cantona for Giggs. He's got some speed as well. Sutton will have to go. And Chris Sutton did very well in the end.
Yeah, the ball was just a little bit straight from Eric Cantona. The idea was very good.
Irwin was playing everybody onside there, so it was just as well for United that he was the one who picked that one up. Dennis Irwin, Alex Ferguson saying that he can't remember when Irwin played a bad game for him. Well, only 1,500 Manchester United fans were allocated tickets in this 20,000 sellout crowd, but they're the ones making the noise now, Andy. Phillips. Crook. Norwich have shown their resilience often enough this season. Written off so many times and keep on bouncing back to the top. But have United delivered 3 knockout blows here to their championship hopes? Time's going to tell. Crook bends this neatly. Fox in there and Mexon. This good drop for Norwich. Out towards Crook, but McClare smuggles it away from him. And now United on the counter with Sharp. Angled towards Kanchelskis on the far side. That was a good ball. Kanchelskis. And some ironic cheers as linesman Mike Bullivant does raise his flag.
We can have a look at this third goal again, just to clear up whether, and the important thing here to look for is whether Eric Cantona, when Tollins plays the pass, whether he's in front of Ince or whether he's behind. Now let's watch it closely. As Ince goes into the box, plays it there, he's onside for me. The official that time certainly got it right.
Giggs, Kanchelskis, Cantona, the United scorers. They lead 3-0. Parker getting it away for them. Crook for Norwich. Ince in the way. Well, Norwich came into this fixture so full of hope. Mike Walker, the manager, was telling me that they were really bubbling in training. He said he'd never seen them looking sharper in training. But Manchester United's desperation for the win here has been apparent in their performance. And here Cantona's got around Sutton, who brings him down. Now, what's the decision there? The decision is Norwich free kick. And it was Cantona fouling Sutton.
And the decision was given by the linesman that's been involved in all the controversy. And Chris Sutton should be grateful that he's flagged it up in his favour there, because there's no doubt, had it not, then he might well have been making that walk down the tunnel. There isn't an awful lot in this, you know, and look at that, the way he's hauling him back. I thought he was lucky to get the decision, Chris Sutton there.
Just to clear that up, the first offence was by Cantona on Sutton. That was the decision, and that's the way that free kicks are given in such argy-barges as that.
This is the biggest question Norwich City's players have been asked this season. As you say, they've continually shoved it down people's throats when people have continually said, that's it, the end of Norwich, but never has their character, the determination, the desire to get something been more in question than tonight.
Here's McClare breaking into some space. Giggs is closing in on the near post, and Polston had to be alive. And Kanchelskis again. Cantona. There's an air of disbelief, really, around Carrow Road at development so far. But if anyone doubted that Manchester United's championship challenge is still alive and kicking, there's been evidence aplenty of it here at Carrow Road tonight. Bruce wins this one in the air. McClare, and flag stays down again, and Sutton won't have any problems this time. Sutton towards Byrne. Crook. Norwich so far unable to create anything very clear-cut. Nexon, nice little ball. Rule Fox, and so hard that he hit it that Kanchelskis could not hold it.
Oh, it's a cracking move.
Schmeichel could not hold it. Sorry, what am I saying?
Cracking move though, wasn't it? I mean, I was sitting here in admiration of the move. Wonderful movement again. Great passing. The power that Fox gets in the shot is just too hot for Schmeichel to handle.
The corner, and eventually Parker getting it away in again by Phillips.
The thing I'll be looking at now in Norwich, the last defeat they suffered here against their rivals Ipswich, their only defeat they suffered in the league here. After they went 2 down, they really got a little bit anxious, started whacking it high into the box. I'll be anxious to see whether they can continue to play that cultured build-up.
This is running a bit dangerously, but Parker's there. And again, just look at the pace when United counter. They've done it with real fluency and some lovely stuff to watch, to be honest with you. Pinchelskis is sharp, is he? No, too long for him. Pinchelskis has more than justified his selection so far. Cantona, and where was the marking there as Giggs picked it up?
It was Cantona again who dropped into that little deep slot where he's able to get the ball in plenty of space, turn around. You see him there, look at the space around him. Can look up, can pick his spot. And when you've got someone at the pace of Giggs around, then that's a dangerous policy.
Well, you can't afford to give Ryan Giggs that much space. He's already got one tonight. Give him a blade of grass and a football, and at the moment, this fella's a magician. Now, Phillips for Norwich. Can they get back into this game somehow? Ian Crook. Phillips again. Bags of experience, tries it with the left foot. Be a good shot that beat Peter Schmeichel from that range. What's going through his mind, I wonder, Andy?
Well, there's nothing he can do at the moment. I mean, he's got to just leave it to the 11 he's selected. They're going to just hope for a little bit of break. Hope for a break goes his way. It'll be a very close decision like the first goal, but Norwich get something like that. But he'd dearly love his side to get one back before the half-time whistle. I know that's going through his mind.
At the moment, United's control is total. Pinchelskis, the Ukrainian winger. And Cantona nipping that away cleverly. Looking up to see what's on. What's on is sharp. And he wasn't far away, was he?
He was not. And again, the instigator, Eric Cantona. Lovely skills to win the ball. There it is, he flicks it over his opponent, comes inside, but it's the weight of his pass that's important. The Sharps able to take touch first time, second one's a strike. Had that been on target, we were looking at 4-0.
Well, he's playing havoc at the moment, the Frenchman. An inspired signing at 1.2 million. Leclerc, Giggs, through again. This time he is offside. This time he is. This fellow really has been a leading player in the plot tonight, Mike Bullivant.
Well, it's certainly a game the lines will remember for a while. Again, this is close. See Giggs making the run there. Look how tight it is. And there's anxious looks from the Norwich City players. Is his flag up this time? And it was.
That Norwich defence has been dicing with death a bit on some of those decisions. Norwich do have their club captain Ian Butterworth, who's working with us tonight on Sky Sports, fit again for selection. He's had a reserve game, and well, he would be a contender again, I'm sure, for the next game, which is away to Spurs on Good Friday, this coming Friday. And talking of games on Friday, we have a double bill for you. Wimbledon against Crystal Palace, still in trouble at the bottom. Selhurst Park, needless to say, live, Sky Sports. And in the evening, Sheffield United down among the dead men at the moment at home to Manchester City. Both of those games live. We barely are able to avert our eyes from this, though. Blink for a moment, and something else could happen. Offside this time, Cantona. Cantona, of course, the only player on the pitch with a championship medal as recently as last season, as any Leeds fan won't need reminding. Alistair in there, legally, according to the referee. Phillips. Exon opening up in front of him. He might be tempted to try his luck. Irwin gets it away before Cook can think of the shot. Now Culverhouse. Fox. And they have Nixon there in support as well. Holston, but only to McClare. Much more dangerous when making these runs from midfield positions, and that's why I think that Alex Ferguson did not pick Brian Robson in there tonight. He didn't really want to change the shape. He didn't want McClare out of his midfield.
And who's going to argue with him at this present moment in time?
It looks a fair decision, doesn't it? Culverhouse.
That's what he won't want, Mike Walker, though. That ball for me, Culverhouse just played straight towards Steve Bruce like that, because Bruce and Palliser will dominate anything played like that in the air.
Well, unless Norwich can do something about this, it will be not a fatal blow, but a very important blow in their championship hopes, because remember, they have played a game more than United, and if, as seems likely, United take the points tonight, United will be a point ahead of them. Sutton. Driving forward from the back, but dispossessed by Ince. And there might have been the counter with Cantona had that ball been more accurate.
That's going to be the danger from now on in Norwich. The build-up's still good, it's still cultured, it's still controlled. And at times it's looked quite good up to a certain point, but the one thing you're never convinced is that can they keep it blank at the other end? When you see United, when they break down a Norwich attack, how quickly they get men up in support of the front men.
Well, for straw clutchers among the Norwich fans, remember they were 2-0 down at half-time on the opening day of the season at Arsenal and came back to win 4-2. I don't know what odds Ladbrokes would give you on a Norwich win here at this stage, but reasonably long, about as long as a Void Grand National, I would think. Now Culverhouse. Tackles flying in, but who emerges with it? Eventually Irwin with the chip forward. Crook. Culverhouse in support. Not accurate enough from Crook, and it gives United another chance to build. Ince, and they've got the man free again. Lovely football once more, and Holston just getting there. You have to say, so far, it's been a champagne performance this from Manchester United. Phillips wide. Culverhouse, did he keep that in? He did. Crook. No way through again. Easy for United's defence. Cantona. Here's Crook. Fox making a run, but at the moment there does seem no way through at all for Norwich. They've got possession in this middle third, and United are quite happy to give them that possession there. And then when they smuggle it off them, counter quickly. That's a good-looking ball. Bowen. That was more interesting from Norwich.
Norwich should be quite happy for Manchester United to give them that space, because they're very, very good at putting a few passes in and finding an opening. That's what I mean, if they can keep that patience and not get too anxious and just whack it in there. And that's their only way back for me.
Header from Holston. Well, he did the trick against Aston Villa, not that time though, and here are United again, and they've got 3 against 2, and here's Kanchelskis down the middle this time.
Well, a better ball from Ryan Giggs, and he's in. Only the pace of the ball denied Andrew Kanchelskis a chance there.
Norwich free kick with 5 minutes to half-time. Brook takes it quickly. Phillips chips it up. And Schmeichel. Well, he kept hold of the ball.
It's amazing. 3-0 up, 5 minutes to half-time. You would have expected Schmeichel just to be content to keep hold of it, catch it. But you can see what he was trying to do. He spotted Ryan Giggs, and that famous throw of his. Once he catches, he takes a catch. He sees Ryan Giggs down the inside left, the number of them go. And that's what he was looking for. He's quite happy and relieved, but he's still got it in his hands.
Good turn from Robbins. He hasn't had much of a look in so far against his old clubmates. Leclerc. Curled nicely, that for Irwin, is it? And Gunn is out to collect it. Good idea from Leclerc, though. Here is Leclerc again. He's having an outstanding match so far. United, who scored 3 goals in 8 minutes. And Gunn is not going to give back to Giggs too readily. He wants to get back into his goal. Goss for Norwich. Now Crook. Norwich, a team made up of journeyman pros, 4 men who were cast off at Spurs, locally produced kids like Sutton, Goss and Fox, 800,000 for Robbins, and Phillips and the substitute at Cuckoo for £500,000. Will we see Efan Cuckoo make his Norwich debut in the second half? Could well be.
I think there's a good chance we'll see some sort of change from Mike Walker. 3-0 down, he really has to do something, just change it a little bit. And so perhaps an extra attacker on.
Irwin. Here's Sharp. Now here's Mixon. Holdhouse. Norwich looking for a way back into this against all the odds. Bowen gets another chance. Phillips, and Pallister had read it. Leclerc, that's a lovely ball off the outside of his foot for Giggs. And terrific tackle from Sutton. Leclerc has been outstanding in that United midfield. And now it's Kanchelskis. He's got it again too. Well, Andrei Kanchelskis, not many people expected him to be in the starting lineup. He's missed the last 3 games, but his speed has done a lot to unhinge Norwich's defence. United in this mood, it has to be said, do take some containing. They've got so many flair players. And they're getting Ole-style chants from their small band of supporters with these passing movements. But Norwich have got it back now. Parker. Crook going in with Ince there, and the studs may be a wee bit high.
Yeah, they're a little bit high, but he was more concerned with the poor pass from Paul Parker. Paul Ince there. See, he just leaves his foot in there. And then he turned round and had a right go at Paul Parker.
Free kick Norwich. Time running out in the first half. Almost reaches Fox, doesn't know. Bruce was there. Giggs to Irwin, to McClare. Giggs again. Cantona. Almost cheeky from United, this. Phillips down the line for Andrei Kanchelskis, the Ukrainian winger, who lists Pravda as his favourite newspaper. He might make a few headlines in that tomorrow, the way he's been playing. Ince. And that is half-time, and it's a whistle really that puts Norwich City out of their misery, at least for 15 minutes. Kanchelskis getting one of the goals, Cantona another one, and Giggs as well in an 8-minute spell when Manchester United caused absolute havoc in this big Summit Conference in the Premier Division. An almost unbelievable spell from United. They really turned it on in that first half. Norwich a shell shock. Half time here. Norwich 0, Manchester United 3.
3-0, there it is, confirmed. Shots, 6 from Norwich, 2 on target, 5 from Manchester United, 3 on target. 4 corners in total, 3 of them forced by Norwich City. Offside, Norwich scored 5 times, Manchester United 7. Some discussion about that. I should think probably the most dominant 45 minutes of football we've seen from any team all season. Our guests, Ian Butterworth, the Norwich City skipper, and Kevin Richardson, Aston Villa's skipper. Let's have a look back at the goals. Ryan Giggs opened the scoring. Kevin, what did you make of this?
Cantona's came off, he's played a nice through ball, and out of the picture there you see Culverhouse. I think he's just been, maybe he's half a yard further back, and I think he's played him onside, and it is a genuine goal. Great finish as well.
It was after just 12 minutes. That angle to refresh our memories. This is the one that I think tells us the complete story. Andy's boot room camera. Now, do we agree with the linesman? Ian?
When the ball is played there.
Yeah, he's just maybe.
Culverhouse this near side, yes?
Yeah.
Half a yard.
And then he's tried to check back there and play off, but it was too late by then. And
great finish.
maybe I thought the goalie might have could have stayed further back because he's got himself in no man's land, and then it was easy to go around him. And like I say, it was a good finish.
So you agree with the decision? Yes.
Yes.
Goal.
Yes.
Ian,
Yeah, at first it looked off. You know, we said it was off, but then as Ian Culverhouse was just fraction.
There it is again. Culverhouse on this near
fraction
side
behind sort of Chris Sutton.
Okay. Second goal scored by Andrei Kanchelskis. Again, United breaking at pace. And this one really ripped the heart out of you, didn't it, Ian?
Yeah, they've good little move here, and they've attacked us all night, haven't they, with a bit of pace. I thought possibly Ryan could have stayed a little bit more. He's come out, committed himself, and what can you say about the finish?
Well, yeah, they had to stay, did he? Or come maybe a little bit more quickly than he did?
Yeah,
or the other. And
good move here, though.
Nice ball there.
Yeah.
Onside.
Yeah.
No question there. If he doesn't score, Eric Cantona is going to be a little bit disappointed, isn't he?
Superb finish there.
So that's 2-0 inside 20 minutes. Now comes the most controversial of the three. I think we've settled on 1 and 2 being good decisions. Let's check this again from the usual angle first of all. Kevin?
Tremendous run by Paul Ince here. Goes through there. Brilliant run. I don't know. Oh, there's a little look up there to the right.
And again.
And it's a nice little slip ball there. Yet again, the goalkeeper, he's not too happy there. He's looking for the offside, but again, he's been caught in the middle, and maybe just made the decision for Paul just to knock it wide.
Well, again from the high angle, Ian, do you accept this one? Let's have a very close look. It's
tremendous run again.
Now Cantona's off there, but
Yeah,
but is he
he's not-
interfering with
He's
play?
not interfering.
Well, that's right.
That's
I mean,
the
he's
one.
not played it in that direction, has he? It's the only one thing on his mind, and that's to run
Yeah.
through the middle, isn't it?
It's carried on.
But what about now?
Is he off here? There.
Well, Ince is on the line. Cantona's just behind, look.
You've got the Norwich player there in the box,
Yeah,
and
good goal.
Cantona isn't in the boxes yet, and great little ball there.
Mike Bullivant, the linesman, vindicated on all three. Manchester United lead by 3-0. Back with the whole of the second half, live on the Monday Night Football after these. Don't write Norwich City off. We've done that too many times this season already.